welcome back to my channel. Now on Sunday I put up a video about 5 amazing beauty products that I love that are below 100 bob. If you haven't checked that out, you can go ahead and check it out. I'm going to link it for you. But the response was really good. Like, people were actually interested in these products I had to share. So today I decided to do a video still along those lines, those cheap lines. So today I'm going to share with you guys affordable substitutes for expensive makeup products. So basically I'm going to show you what I use when 1, I can't afford a product, or 2, it's run out and I can't afford to replace it, or it's not available, and basically. So I'm going to show you these products that can do the same thing as the expensive ones, but they're not as expensive. So if you want to see what these products are, keep on watching. So the first product is eye primer. Now eye primer is basically your base for your eyeshadow. So just before you put your eyeshadow, you go in with your eyeshadow base or eyeshadow primer, and it helps your colors first of all to pop, or rather to show their true color or to be more pigmented, and it also helps your eyeshadow to stay in place all day long. But the thing is, a small tube of primer like this, or tin or whatever, costs quite a bit of money, which I don't think you really need to remove. I personally don't buy eye primers. I instead use these. Now these are concealers. You can use any concealer you have. This is just my preference. This is Elegirl Pro Concealer. Now this is what I use as an eyeshadow base, and it has never disappointed me. It proves me right every single time. So these are amazing for priming your eyes as an eyeshadow base. So basically you take the concealer, you apply it all over the lid, you blend it in with your fingers or with a brush, whatever you prefer, and then just so that it doesn't crease, I would recommend you go in with a powder just to set it. Any powder you have, whatever concealer you have, use that and you're good to go. You put on your eyeshadow and it will last you, I guarantee, all day and all night. And you spent, if you already have a concealer, you spent 0 because you already had it, and if you didn't, you're going to spend significantly less for a significantly larger amount than you would for the primer, if that makes any sense. So the second thing is a setting powder. A setting powder is basically what you use to bake. I don't know, I'm doing air quotes so much but yeah, it's what you use to bake your face. Like after you've done your highlights, after you've put your concealer, it's what you put like under your eyes, on your forehead, down the bridge of your nose. It's what you put to set that concealer so that it doesn't crease. So I'm sure you guys have seen these setting powders around. It's the Sacha Buttercup, the Ben Nyes, which are pretty expensive. I feel like you get a tin like this or smaller than this for about 3,000 bob. Now we don't all have that 3,000 bob to spend on a setting powder. So honestly, if you don't have yourself a setting powder, it's a good thing to have if you can afford it. If not, please don't despair, because you can replace it with a baby powder. Yep, you can literally just replace it with a baby powder. Now just after you put your concealer, you go ahead and put your baby powder over it, and it's going to set your concealer. The only cons that come with this is that sometimes if you use too much and you leave it on for too long, you'll get flashback, which means when you take a photo, someone can see it's like white under your eyes. So if you're using baby powder, you want to use just a little and bake for a minute, about a minute. Don't do 3 minutes, 4 minutes. That's going to give you the flashback. But otherwise, this is a great substitute. So the third product is a highlighter. If you like some glow on your face, but you don't have a highlighter, you can go ahead and use Vaseline. Yep, Vaseline or any other petroleum jelly out there that you might have can give you a glow. Now all you need to do is take a small amount, or a small medium-ish amount of Vaseline, and put where you want your highlight to be. So just here, what's this called, above your cheekbones, your cupid's bow, the bridge of your nose, yeah, anywhere where you want to glow basically, you can go ahead and dab some Vaseline on there. Now the only thing is that it's a very subtle glow. So if you want a highlight that is blinding, guys, then probably this might not be the best for you. But if you want just a subtle glow that like, you've been glowing, girl, then you can go for this. So Vaseline is a really good highlighter. I think petroleum jelly kind of like reflects light, so it gives you just a really nice glow. Now also, if you do have a highlighter but maybe it doesn't pop, and I'm digressing a bit, you can use Vaseline to make it pop. If you want that one that is blinding, guys, then you can use this under the highlight to make it pop. So you put this why do I keep forgetting what this is called? You put this above your cheekbone, and then you put your highlighter and kapow, you go out there and blind them. So yes. Now the next product, which is still along those lines of highlighter. Highlighters are quite expensive, you guys, especially good ones that are really, you know, like shining and glowing. They're quite expensive. So if you can't get one, or if yours is over and you've not yet raised enough money to go buy another one, or you just don't have time or anything, you can use an eyeshadow. Yup, you can grab a shimmery eyeshadow that's goldish, or you know, just something shimmery, rose goldish, anything, and just use that as your highlighter. It'll work just as well as a highlight. So let's say, for example, you have an eyeshadow like this. This color here, the shimmery color, the second one from this side, it's quite a good color to use as a highlighter. So you can use a brush or a fan brush to just pick up this eyeshadow and put it as your highlight. Now if you have a smaller eyeshadow than this one, like say something okay, mine is Jesus, it's broken, it's all over the place, but anyway, if you have a smaller eyeshadow like this, then you can just use your finger. You put your finger into the eyeshadow, and then you dab it where you want it, and voila, you have yourself a highlight. Now the last and final product is a setting spray. Setting sprays help to just bring everything together. Okay, so if you've done your makeup and you feel like it's looking a bit cakey, it's looking too much, that is nothing that setting spray cannot fix. Okay, so it just makes everything it's just the final thing, you know, it just puts everything together. I don't know how else to explain it, but yeah, setting sprays are amazing. Now sometimes I run out of setting spray and I really need some, like maybe I've overdone my makeup and it's just looking cakey and I need that setting spray and I don't have it, or I've just not bought and I just don't have. And what I usually actually use is water. I just use water. I'm not even kidding you guys. I use water and it works just as well as the setting spray. Now of course it has its downfalls, like for example, it takes ages to dry. You know, a setting spray, you just and in no time it's dry and you're good to go, you're out the house. But this one, you spray and it takes a while. So first, okay, this is an old setting spray bottle that I have filled with water. Now if you're using the setting spray water, you need to put the bottle a bit far away from you, just so that it can reduce the drying time. If you put it close to you, you're going to be waiting for hours for it to, okay, not hours, but you're going to be waiting for it for a long time to dry. So put it a bit far from you and then spray. Now another downfall is that it doesn't do much, like it does the bare minimum that the setting spray does. You know, different setting sprays have different like effects on your face. You can get one that mattifies your face, you can get one that gives your face a dewy finish. Now the water does not do any of that, it just does the bare minimum. If your makeup is cakey, it makes it, you know, not look too overdone, so it just does the bare minimum. Now another downfall which is a bit petty, but it doesn't, water has no smell. You know, I like finishing my makeup and you know, it just smells good, but water has no smell, which, like I said, is so petty. It doesn't matter about the smell, but for me, I love the smell of setting spray, so for me it's an issue. Maybe for you it's a non-issue. So I still use setting sprays, but in the event that my setting spray is over or I'm broke and I don't have money to buy another setting spray, then I just use water because it gets the job done. So yeah. So those are my 5 affordable substitutes for expensive makeup products. Yes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up, and if you've not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It will take you like 1 second and no effort whatsoever. Also, feel free to leave me a comment down below telling me any other cheap substitutes you use for expensive products. I would love to know, in case, you know, one day I run out of something and I'm like, yes, I can substitute this. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Mwah! Oh, share this video with your friends, because friends who slay together stay together.